Here we are on Clothesline, the show where we wring them clean, string them up, and put them to dry on the clothesline. It's been a hectic couple of weeks, and television studios have been possibly the noisiest ever. Because nationally, there was the Indo-Pak war on television channels, even if not on the border, and internationally, there was the Trump-Hillary debate, which is a made-for-television event. But first, we must acknowledge newer and newer records are being set on television news. Whenever they break new ground, we ensure we pat them on the back for the accomplishment. Last week, Times Now reached a new landmark in TV debates. A Pakistani panelist called a Balochi panelist gay as an insult. You know, because wo gay hai. Oh, Mr. Pakistani Fauji, we do not think there is any harm in Nawabon ki shauk. In fact, it is a sign of good taste, and your mindset is as primitive as the Sharia. Arnab took great offense to this new low gutter level debating because you know, this is the news hour, home to the most informed, intelligent and articulate ideas exchange ever. Like this.
I know how do you sort this American citizenship. Should I expose you? You went there and you said that I'm a gay and I'm not acceptable in Pakistan.
I'm so happy.
And then you got the citizenship of America.
I'm alive.
Shame on you.
Shafkat Saeed, listen to me 1 minute. Listen to me, Shafkat Saeed, 1 minute. What is wrong with being gay? You are ashamed of your identity. Nobody else is.
You bring chipsters on your program.
No, you are ashamed of your identity. You are ashamed of your identity. Ahmad Musti Khan is not. Ahmad Musti Khan is not ashamed of his identity. Respond to the facts on Balochistan tonight. And if you cannot respond in Balochistan, say we have no facts at our disposal.
यार अर्नब, उस बदतमीज पाकिस्तानी पैनलिस्ट के गे कहने पे इतना गुस्सा क्यों होता है? तेरे डिबेट में और होता क्या है? अब बेटा, जब बैंगन की बीज लगाओगे तो आम के फल तो निकलेंगे नहीं, है ना? बैंगन ही निकलेंगे. इतने सालों से हर रात जो गंध मचाते हो, ये तो नहीं कि तुम्हारे पैनल में कोई टेड टॉक देने आया है. खैर, मूविंग ऑन. From always noisy to always asleep and boring NDTV, who carried a full report on the suicide note left by bureaucrat B.K. Bansal. It was a 5-page suicide note, a really horrific story of a man accused of corruption being investigated by the CBI. First his wife and daughter committed suicide, and then he and his son. In his suicide note, he accused the CBI of harassment, naming all officers, and also that the lead investigator, Sanjeev Gautam, claimed he is Amit Shah ka aadmi. But in their full report, NDTV didn't take even one name. In fact, not just NDTV, pretty much no one in the big media took any name. Ooh, no, because it's the CBI and Amit Shah. I mean, if it was a random allegation by a random person against a regular citizen of rape, murder, harassment, theft, sex work, or even breaking a red light, name, address, face, everything would be part of the report. Full-on shaming. But with CBI and Amit Shah, all channels would not take names because you know, journalism of courage and trust and nation wants to know. All those grand things news media ke doston, itni phatti hai, so don't run news channels. Learn from Arnab and do entertainment. Speaking of phatti hai, I suspect that's one joke that Pakistani Twitter trolls and news anchor trolls will stop making. Finally, India struck back. And about time too, if you ask me. Criticism where it's due and credit where it's due. This is a big win for Modi and the armed forces. Finally, a message goes across that there will be consequences to each breach of peace. But while the government and armed forces made India look good, the news media made sure कि यार थोड़ा पागलपन तो दिखाना चाहिए ना. No foolish, bombastic and jingoistic statements coming from the government. तो हम वो काम अपने सिर पे ही ले लेते हैं. See this.
Okay, so that's a response from Pakistan. But you know what? After lying through his teeth and indulging in a propaganda war, our Pakistani guest today, Mr. Peerzada, has decided to walk out. Maybe he could not face the questioning he was being indulged in, both by the Congress and BJP, and what a great delight it is sometimes on matters of national security to see our main two political parties coming together. But that's the beauty of India, and that's the beauty of Indian democracy. So Mr. Peerzada, who's been ranting and using all kinds of names, has walked out because I have simply challenged him on a point of fact which he made. Gentlemen, I must thank all of you on this note for joining me on this special program, and I must thank you, GVL and Tom Wadakkan, for showing us the true face of Indian democracy. And Tariq Pirzada today has shown you the true face of what Pakistan describes as a democracy. It's a state which is obviously based on flaws. It's a state which is based on lies. It's a state which does not want to confront facts. And I think that's what has been shown on this program tonight. Don't you think, Mr. Javadekar, that in the event of this conflict now brewing and tensions rising even more, what happens to the economic stability in this region?
This is not an action against other countries' people. It's a targeted action against terror.
You know, we're a slightly out of control news media when spokespersons and members of the government in power carrying out strikes sound more reasonable than television anchors. Javadekar says our war is not with the Pakistani people. It's with their terror outfits. Prime Minister Modi addresses Pakistani people directly and asks them to demand peace and development, while Bhupendra Chaube says his loony Pakistani guest is a representation of all the people of Pakistan. Chaube ji, it's clear you're trying to be the new Arnab, trying to outdo Arnab, lekin ek purana casteist muhavra hai which seems as custom made for you. Don't try to be like Arnab ji, क्योंकि कहते हैं ना, चौबे जी बनने गए छबे, रह गए दुबे. वैसे ही ऐसा ना हो चौबे जी कि चौबे जी बनने गए अर्नब, रह गए राहुल शिवशंकर. अर्नब बनना है तो ये करके दिखाओ जी.
We are delivering to you the lives of Pakistani terrorists. We are killing them for you. You say you are hit by terrorism. We are killing the terrorists for you. Unfortunately, you don't realize that you are facing a war on terrorism on your soil on two fronts.
I understand. The question is taken. Yes, I know. The area to which I belong, I suffered a lot of terrorism and I'm still suffering, especially northwest of Pakistan. This is the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and the
So say thank you to the Indian Army, Hassan.
Ha, yeah, Arnab. That he said Pakistan should learn its lesson and should not be a terror hub is not enough. He must say thank you and then beg and girgirao. The problem is Arnab thinks he's this.
Kaho, Pakistan Zindabad.
Pakistan Zindabad.
अब बोलो हिंदुस्तान मुर्दाबाद.
अशरफ अली, अशरफ अली, अशरफ अली, अशरफ अली, अशरफ अली. ये सियासी खेल क्यों खेल रहे हैं आप? आपका पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद है, इससे हमें कोई इतराज नहीं, लेकिन हमारा हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद था, जिंदाबाद है और जिंदाबाद रहेगा. हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद, हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद, हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद, हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद, हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद.
But seriously, this was such a well-coordinated retaliation. First Modi's speech and the appearance of inaction. Meanwhile, hectic diplomatic negotiations and isolating Pakistan in the region, getting Bangladesh, Bhutan and Afghanistan on our side. और वहाँ न्यूयॉर्क में सुषमा स्वराज ने भी मोर्चा खोला, giving Pakistan the third degree at the UN General Assembly. वहाँ नवाज शरीफ cut a sorry figure internationally, as did Pakistan. Television reporters did him no favors with this.
नवाज सर, नो प्रेस, सॉरी सर, एक सवाल ले लीजिए सर. जम्मू कश्मीर में जो भी अटैक हुआ,
Excuse me, not now.
सर पूरी अटैक पे सर.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Nawaz, UN में and international diplomacy में, if you can't look tough, at least try to do so in front of cameras. Learn from him how to look tough.
I mean, are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
But in news just coming in via WhatsApp, because you know WhatsApp is the most credible news source in the country, my WhatsApp feed says Nawaz has his finger on the nuclear button. But amidst all the shouting, yelling, ladai, jhagda, warmongers, candlelight vigils and time pass on TV, sometimes truly smart analysis emerges. This one I liked.
I'm obviously a hawk. I've been very disappointed with how my country deals with Pakistan, and I see a lot of parallels, which is we really are in policy lethargy. Policymakers, both in your country and in my country, are very risk averse. They don't want to try something new. I think both of our countries are very much bullied by Pakistan's nuclear weapons program. in all of the decades I spent in Pakistan, I never heard a Pakistani say, you know, we can't dispatch terrorists to India because they have nuclear weapons. But in the Indian discourse, whenever there's any discussion about penalizing them for their terrorism, this is inevitably where it goes. Well, you know, they have nuclear weapons. So I think that these back channel conversations are really pointless because at the end of the day, Pakistan really only has one tool to engage India, and it uses the same tool to extract money from my country, and that is terrorism under its nuclear umbrella. I think India needs to develop basically low end of the conflict spectrum means to punish Pakistan. And I know this has generated some controversy in today's news cycle. I would frame this very differently. India will talk about conventional deterrence. It'll talk about nuclear deterrence. You also need to think about sub-conventional deterrence.
I'll take her advice any day. And I'm hoping the villages in this country are not counting on his advice.
I'm confident that this country can take on terrorism, defeat it, no problem. If we empower those people in the villages, we can sit back, relax, and they will destroy terrorism in 15 minutes.
Yeah, villagers will finish it. You know, they have no jobs, no bijli, sarak or pani after 7 decades of independence. So getting killed sounds like a better option, I guess. Now, how is Amma's health? Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's Jayalalitha's health was cause of much intrigue and mystery last few weeks. But one person cleared all doubts.
Only doctors telling take rest. You can see all these days our Amma is doing the duty here. So each and every time, even she's here also, the government is running and she's doing all her work routinely.
Really? Even while lying in bed, she's thinking of people's schemes. She's always thinking of people's. Always? Like always? Even here? And here? And even here?
A pleasure talking to you on Hard Talking.
I must say it wasn't a pleasure talking to you. Namaste.
I'm sorry that you say that, but I did it.
And here?
झूमने लगेगा आसमां, झूमने लगेगा आसमां, कहता है दिल और मचलता है दिल, मेरे साजन ले चल मुझे तारों के पास, लगता नहीं है दिल यहाँ.
Like always, zyada ho gaya na. And then there was the much anticipated American presidential debate. While it was a great chance to have a good laugh, one man who was not laughing later was the Donald. He was, as usual, being a rondu.
And they also gave me a defective mic. Did you notice that? No. My mic was defective within the room. So
that guy's not getting paid.
No, but I wonder, was that on purpose?
Who knows?
Was that on purpose?
Rubbish. There was no defective mic. Defect kahin aur hai. And finally, this week's Fakwa goes to Rehman Malik, the former Interior Minister of Pakistan, for this gem.
पाकिस्तान के फॉर्मर इंटीरियर मिनिस्टर रहमान मलिक साहब जो सेनेट के मेंबर हैं, उन्होंने भी एक मोदी साहब की ज़हनी हालत के बारे में आज कुछ कहा है. जरा सुनिए वो क्या कह रहे हैं.
मोदी साहब छोटे हुए ऑटिज्म का शिकार थे, और जो बच्चे ऑटिज्म का शिकार होते हैं आखिर तक उनके साथ ये प्रॉब्लम होता है कि अगर उनको किसी चीज पे शक पड़ जाए तो उसको अपने दुश्मनी बना लेते हैं. तो मैं समझता हूं कि मोदी साहब के दिमाग में जो एंटी पाकिस्तान सिंड्रोम घुसा हुआ है बिकॉज ऑफ हिज ऑटिज्म, उसकी ट्रीटमेंट की जरूरत है. तो मैं हामिद मीर साहब के थ्रू कन्वे करना चाहूंगा इंडिया हुकूमत को कि अगर वो इनका इलाज कराएं तो बहुत अच्छा है. अगर वो इलाज नहीं करा सकते तो मैं उन डॉक्टरों की अरेंजमेंट कर सकता हूं, अपने खर्चे पे मैं इंडिया भेजता हूं और इसका एक दफा मेडिकल एग्जामिनेशन करके इसकी क्लियरेंस ले लें कि ये क्या ऑटिज्म है कि नहीं है, क्या ये इसका दिमाग खराब है कि नहीं है, क्या इसको किसी सर्जिकल प्रोसीजर की जरूरत नहीं है. क्योंकि मैं समझता हूं जिस तरह पाकिस्तान में सर्जिकल ऑपरेशन की बात करता है तो उसको मत भूलना चाहिए पाकिस्तान इस वक्त 2016 में है, ये 1971 नहीं है.
Yeah, seriously, do you know what autism is? I'd like to give you an education. But for now, fakwa se kaam chala lena. And if you liked us, press like and subscribe to us. And if you didn't, mail us and tell us why and how we can make this better. Well, that's a wrap for this time. If you saw any moments from journalism that made you go, oh wow or oh crap, write into us or tweet to us. Subscribe to our newsletter and support our I Pay to Keep News Free campaign. We are the change. You are the change, for better or worse. Never do nothing. Stay connected. Stay online. If you like that, click here to support us and down here to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and do check out the other stuff we do like News Laundry interviews, Why So Serious, animations, comics, panel discussions, podcasts which are really big, and much, much more.